This is DX Central Live. This is DX Central Live. This is DX Central Live. This is DX Central Live.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
the Gulf South
to your corner of the world.
This is DX Central Live.
Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
Good evening, welcome to DX Central Live. I'm your host, Lloyd Van Horn from the North Shore Studios in Mandeville, Louisiana. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're having a great night. Anybody else dragging today a little bit after being up so late last night, listening from Montana? I'm a little draggy today. So I got a little pick-me-up tonight. Instead of a brew, we got just a little extra kick tonight. Hopefully your Saturday has gone well. And hopefully you've had a fun week. Here on our medium wave frequency challenge, we have a lot of responses so far, a lot of logging so far this week on 1580, over 100. So anytime I'm over 100, I'm like, man, you guys are crushing it. So really happy to see that. I know it's a good frequency when we get over 100 loggings in. So we'll be finishing that up tonight. We'll be announcing our new frequency towards the end of the live stream, which looking forward to seeing what you guys think of this one. I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me. Because it's a frequency that I have a kind of semi-local around. So it'll be a challenging one for me, but hopefully you guys will like it. So we'll see how that goes here in a bit. Of course, we're getting close to top of the hour time here. When you guys know what that means. But first, before we get into that, I promised some folks I would be doing this tonight. So all of you who got to hear KJJR last night, and add Montana to your logbook, or just, I know some of you guys heard them last night and didn't hear them the last time they did their DX test back in May of 2021. So maybe you got to add Montana in there. There's quite a few of you who kind of fit that category. So for all of you who did that and got to add Montana for the first time, let's say, yeah! It's a new state, baby! Yeah! And maybe it wasn't your first time. Whoops. Hold up. We're going to stop that. Hold on. There we go. Maybe it wasn't your first time hearing, right after Mike says he likes the production value of my videos, I go over here and put the wrong button in. Maybe it wasn't the first time that you put in Montana into your logbook, but maybe it was a new station for you. Maybe it was just a new one there on 880, whatever it was. We also have some folks, I know we had some folks that... got some new loggings this week, some crossed some thresholds. Earl, was it you that crossed, or was it Bill? One of you guys crossed 16 or 1,100 logs for your location. So, big celebration for you guys as well. All right. Always really enjoy being able to celebrate with you guys whenever we have new stuff coming in. So, I know it's been a big one here for us on 1580. We've had a pretty good successful week on 1580 from our side of the fence. So hopefully you guys have as well. Just a couple of really quick reminders before we get ready to go into top of the hour mode here. If you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to our channel here at youtube.com/c/DX Central. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new videos are available. That way we can... we post air checks, we post how-to videos, reviews, which I need to get back on those, I guess, and things like that. So there you go, Earl. It was you, 1,100. I knew it was one of you guys. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you can be notified when we have new stuff coming out. Also, be sure to follow us over on Twitter. We're pretty active over there, twitter.com/DX Central. I try to post announcements whenever we have our new videos going up, when we're going live. We do announcements over there, all that kind of stuff. And we also, I post sometimes air checks that don't get to YouTube, or before they get to YouTube. Sometimes you'll see them there first, or if I have an unidentified I'm working off of, trying to get it figured out, a lot of times I'll put it up on Twitter as well. So twitter.com/DX Central. And also, don't forget about our website, dxcentralonline.com. We've got a glossary of commonly used DX terms. We've got an abbreviation list. We've got equipment reviews. We've got band scans. We've got a bunch of information on how to DX, when to DX, what to listen for, sunset versus sunrise, and overnight, and daytime, and what ground wave is, all that kind of stuff. So if you're especially newer to DX, or if you just want to kind of refresher, head on over to dxcentralonline.com. Click on the DX 101 link at the top of the page, or there's a button there, a big green button that says Beginner. Start here, and you can go there. We also have a blog there where we post all of our updates on like the medium wave frequency challenge. Whenever we have all of our results, so you can see every one of the week's results. We do a pretty big in-depth article on those, so make sure you check that out as well. All right, enough of that chatting. You know what time it is, folks. Going to break out the remote, get that red button on the finger. It is top of the hour time. And, of course, tonight we're doing a live DX session brought to you by our friends at the National Radio Club. That's nationalradioclub.org. We've got the Perseus fired up again as usual with the CAS antenna assortment. This evening we're pointing them northward, which we haven't done a lot of 1580 DX on 11 or on the northward side. We also have the Elad FDMS3 up and running tonight over on SDR Console with our W6 LVP loop. So we're doing both of those, and we're getting ready to hit top of the hour time frame. Let's start on the Perseus. We're on 1580. We're about 9 minutes away, or 8 minutes away now from top of the hour time. Let's go. A little attenuation on there, get rid of some of that splatter. We'll go upper side bay. There we go. Greetings to you, Daily Bench. Nice to see you in there, Rob. As always, Earl. Charles in there from the West Coast. Hello, Charles. Our friend Mike from Mexico. Evening, Brian. Welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you in there. And in case you are wondering how I know who these people are that are on, we've got a live chat going on, so be sure to join us in the live chat. Let us know what you're hearing, what you've been hearing. We're going to be doing some 1580, but we'll also be doing some checks later on in the stream of other frequencies. So if you have something you want us to check out, see if we're hearing the same thing, or we're just curious what we're seeing, let us know. Got some country music floating up here. We had somebody doing a local commercial, which I might bounce back and see if I can catch that phone number they gave us there for a second. We flip over to the map here in Jaguar Pro software. Hey, Troy. Welcome to the stream, my friend. We do have some storms or some rain just to my west here, over by Alexandria. I'm not sure if any of that has any lightning in it, but hearing the lightning crashes. We had some little storms come through earlier today, so we can actually do. Do a live look here. See where the lightning's coming from. Up to my north and a bit to my west. Probably heading this way. I know we got some storms coming tomorrow. It's weird too. I haven't heard KGAF this week. I've heard him here before, several times, but not this week. I don't know what that is. And I'm on. Yeah, we're northwest. Got my specially decorated Yeti here with my Saints. My LSU. Keeping me company tonight here in the shack. Yeah, Carl, that one's an interesting one. They usually in the mornings, both here in Louisiana and when I was in South Carolina, big signals in the mornings from WTF. They stick out like a sore thumb. We'll probably actually swap over to the Northeast here in a little bit and see if we can get them. So right now, we're looking northwest, which should be here. Everything you see in the red. All right, let's rewind it a bit here and see if we missed anything. Hey Wayne, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you in there. All right, we had a lot in there. I think we have about 2, maybe 3 stations in there. So let's rewind a bit. That's the glory of the Jaguar software. We can relive and review live. Hey, Sal. Welcome. Come on. I thought I did too, Rob. And I was trying to see if maybe that might be NTF in Florida. I don't... I think it's going to be... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it's KGAF. I forgot. That's the city in Texas. Okay, so the country station was not... There was the Gainesville right there, KGAF. They just said Gainesville. So that was them. Who is that? I heard like a 95-something FM. Let's go back and hear that again. Right about here. Oh, I know who that is. It's KAGE, Fort Smith. Oops. Let me go back. Yeah, Van Buren, Fort Smith. Yeah, that's KAGE. Let me swing over here to lower, see if we have it any better. Yeah, and you notice we don't even hear the Gainesville station hardly at all on the lower side, but on the upper side, there they are strong. And I feel like KAGE was stronger on upper. So this is one of those things I tell folks all the time. You know, if you're DXing on a frequency, like graveyards are really bad for this, right? And maybe you've got a station in there, and you're, I don't know if I got them. If you got them on an SDR, and you're playing back that audio, swap over to upper sideband. You might get them better over there, or, you know, vice versa, go down to lower sideband if you were in upper sideband. That will a lot of times let you hear something that you couldn't otherwise have probably heard. So we did add in, finally, at the last minute here, KGAF So I'm going to go over here. I want to show you guys something really quick. Let me pull over here. I'm going to pull up. I did make a change on the entry form. Some of you probably noticed, to make it easier for consistency and also for my cleanup when I'm doing the results and I'm kind of reviewing everything. It's actually the 9th now, 202. 202. This is my overnight. And this is KGAF, Gainesville, Texas. So I just typed TX and went right to Texas. So you can still get to yours pretty quick. I also added in stuff for our Canadian friends. So I got PEI in there, Saskatchewan, Alberta, all the Canadian provinces. We have Puerto Rico in here, things like that. So, you know, and there's also, by the way, if what you're wanting doesn't have a state or Canadian province, or it's not Puerto Rico or Virgin Islands, I think it's the other one, I added one for DX. You can always also use DX there as well. And then our commonly used countries, if what you want is not available, you can always click other and type it in there. And then I'll just look and see if I ever need to start adding additional countries. But this is pretty much what we've heard so far. Country and Western music, even though it says they're an oldie station. No, they're country. They're country, yeah. Country Western music. Nice mention of Gainesville in there. Actually, no, KGAF was not the country station. I'm sorry, I'm getting my stuff mixed up. There was local ads. And that one is, I'm doing this because I already have them in the logbook, so I know how far, or I know I've gotten them before. And I'm on the Northwest Wire, so Mandeville, and make sure, not Mandeville, Jamaica, Lloyd. Make sure I swap over to miles. Show me 455, we'll call it. I usually just round up to the nearest. Lloyd Van Horn, Mandeville, Louisiana, USA. That was my Perseus. My vactrol control 22x70 CAS at 305. Submit. There you go. And I added the link here in case you're adding multiple ones. You can actually click on the submit another response link. All right, so there we go. We are now into. Let me go ahead and go live here. I'm going to unrecord and go live here. And let me pull us back here. Okay. Go back to live. That's live. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get back more into 1580. We're going to look and see if we can hear some more stuff to add to the medium wave frequency challenge. Again, if you have a frequency you want us to check out, let us know in the chat. Be sure to say, hey, Lloyd, let's go check out this frequency. I want to see what you're hearing, or if you're hearing the same thing I am, whatever it might be. We'll come right back, and more DX Central Live right after this.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News Member Bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teak Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teakpublishing.com for more information. That's teakpublishing.com. From the pages of its DX Monitor member bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
All right, DX Central Live. And we're no longer red. We can swap that out. Come on. And we're getting the lights to try to do what it needs to do. Come on, light. There you go. That's the light I want. And I want green over here, and I want blue right there. All right, we are rolling on DX Central Live with our live AMDX session. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. I am your host, Lloyd Van Horn, coming to you from Mandeville, Louisiana, the North Shore Studios here, and we're doing 1580 as our medium wave frequency challenge frequency of the week. We're in week 7 of the frequency challenge. You guys have been sending in some amazing logs the entire time that we've been doing this frequency challenge. I see a lot of folks talking about it on social media and some of the musings in the club and different things like that and the different club bulletins that are going out there. So really excited to see you guys enjoying it. It means a lot that you're embracing it as much as you have been. I know it's been a blast for me. It's really helped me flush my logbook out in a big way, and kind of take some of those frequencies where I didn't have a whole lot and force me to really spend some time on them. As always, if you have a suggestion of a frequency you want us to check out, let us know in the chat. You can also drop us an email, info@dxcentralonline.com, or hit us up on Twitter. Again, that's twitter.com/dxcentral. We're more than happy to take the request if you have a frequency you want us to check, and maybe we add it to the medium wave frequency challenge. We'll take a look at it and see if we can do that, because I think it's important that it's not just the frequencies that I think are cool or would be nice. We will be revisiting a graveyard frequency again here sometime soon, because 1240 was so much fun. I had a blast on that one. I know, Tom, you did, and some other folks as well. So we'll be revisiting that one here, another graveyard frequency pretty soon. Not this week, but pretty soon. We'll be going back and doing another one. So let's get back to the DX here. Again, this is a live AMDX session brought to you by the National Radio Club. Wayne and our friends at nationalradioclub.org. Be sure to go on the website and get more information about becoming a member if you have not already done so. And I see some discussion in the chat as well about the NRC AM radio log. Here we go. Got this guy right here. This is the big one right here, right? I tell everybody, we live in a world of increasingly more online resources for our AMDX, but nothing will ever, for me, be able to replace the NRC AM radio log for the level of detail,
and information that you can find there that you can't find anywhere else. And if you're a member of the clubs, you can use the club bulletins that come out to keep your log updated with any changes that go along the way, so you can have the most up-to-date information that will be found anywhere before most websites will put it on their website in your logbook. If you have the log and you have the club bulletins with the changes coming through each week or each edition rather as well. All right, so let's take a look here and see what we got going on in 1580. Don't forget we're here on the Perseus right now. We've got also sitting here waiting our Elad FDMS 3 with the W6 LVP loop. So we're doing both of those tonight. Let's go back to the Jaguar for a bit and the Perseus and the Kaz antennas and see what we hear. We have a DXer from Finland joining us. All right. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you in here. I know it's kind of late evening, early morning for you, so I'm really happy to see you in there joining us. Hopefully the bands are treating you very well up there in your neck of the woods. Take care, Wayne. 73, my friend. Glad you were here with us. Stop by. We appreciate you. And again, if you have a frequency you want us to check out, be sure to let us know here in the chat as well. And we're more than happy to do so. And don't forget, you can also check here on our YouTube channel here, youtube.com/c/DX Central, or just search DX Central up here in the upper search bar. You'll see here at the top we have all our DX Central live streams, including the one we're doing right now that you guys are on. But here's the KJJR DX test as well right here. So if you did do a recording from the DX test, you want to do some comparisons. We did hear quite a bit of it here in Louisiana. You can check that out to do a comparison. And then all of our other DXC lives are here, the archive here. And then also we have, obviously we got a lot of stuff. We have my on-the-road DX catches from my home locations, as well as whenever I go on trips. We have Outer Banks here, which I'm still adding to. Lake Forest, which I'll be adding to again here shortly from my trip I did in December. We have air checks by state, by region. Here's Caribbean and Central America. We got South America. So lots of great AM air checks. We also have an FM air check section as well. You can check those out in the playlist area. I'll be pulling those up on the top page during FM season. We have our DX 101 videos, including our most recent, which was the Intro to DX test series that we did here. And then, again, you'll see our FM checks down here at the bottom for eSkip and Tropo and so forth. So definitely make sure to kind of check out the channel here and see what other stuff might be of interest for you, just in case. It's not just the live streams. We do a whole lot here. And then also don't forget the website as well, dxcentralonline.com. We do a lot of stuff there as well that you can use for finding great information to help you with your DX. So just a little guided tour there for you.
So, Brian, we'll actually go down and check that out here. All right, we had a local ad there. Let's rewind it here. So again, folks, this software that you're seeing here, for those of you who maybe are newer to the live stream, this is called Jaguar Pro software. It's a bit of SDR software that was developed by some of our friends overseas in Europe, and it's specifically for two things. One, the Perseus SDR, which I have sitting right here on my desktop, and then also for AMDX. It's not something that's really used for any other kind of DX like you would see with like SDR Console or SDR Sharp or SDR Uno, one of those, which is kind of more like, you know, broad in its scope for all kinds of DXers. This is just for AMDX. And it really allows me to do some cool things. And one of those is I can actually rewind. I'm going to keep this in case it takes me a second, but I'm going to rewind here a little bit and see if I can grab those local ads that we were hearing there a second ago. Sounds like a funeral home ad. And my goal here, by the way, with this ad, this local ad that we're hearing, I believe it's for a funeral home, is to get a business name or a phone number or a website, something I can grab a hold of to try to search that business on Google and then see if I can help me figure out who this might be with that. Daily Bench, what we're doing here on 1580, every week we post a medium wave frequency challenge. And every week we have a different frequency. And the goal is for all of us to DX that frequency as much as we possibly can to try to get as many stations as we possibly can. Now, part of it is I do have, a little results thing where I send out and say, okay, so-and-so had the most loggings this week, so they're the winner of the challenge, right? So they had the most. It's not just about that, though. It's about maybe filling out your logbook, maybe hearing some things you hadn't heard before, maybe you can get one station, but it's a new one for you, then it's a success. Also, I'm compiling all these logs as we go along. And I'm going to hand them over to the clubs, and we're going to do some other stuff with them. And it's going to be a really great data point to be able to, confirm some information that we have, right? As far as the information we have, like on the logs and stuff like that. But also just getting a sense of, okay, what is being heard in different parts of the country on different frequencies and stuff like that. So it's helpful. So definitely be sure to go to twitter.com/DXCentral, follow us there. Check out the different Facebook groups, the NRC Medium Wave DX Facebook group, or just search AMDX on Facebook, and you can see there's quite a few. I always post announcements on most of those to announce when the new frequency comes out. I also put a blog post up on our website, dxcentralonline.com, with the results from the previous week and the announcement for the new week. And we have a Google form that you fill out to submit your loggings, and they're for a specific period of time. So here at the top of the hour, we're going to close out 1580, and we're going to start our new frequency for the week. So just a little walkthrough of our medium wave frequency challenge. Okay, so that one there is Red Dirt Radio. That's KAGE. Fort Smith, Van Buren, Arkansas. That's a relog for us here, and one that we've logged this week during the challenge. So I saw Brian in the chat here mentioning 660 KTNN window rock. Let's just go take a gander, see if we can pick them up. It's not common here in Mandeville. It's not like they're a dominant station or anything like that. I have logged them. I've heard them. And when I heard them, they were decently loud. But let's just take a look here and see what we got going on 660. Maybe we'll pick them up here. Maybe you can do a comparison from Minnesota and see if maybe you're picking them out, because they've got a pretty good signal. So. And then we're going to pop back over to 1580, but this time on the northeast wire, and see if we can get anything besides WLIJ. So not a whole lot there on the Perseus Kaz combo. Let's check out... let's check out the SDR console and the Kaz antenna here. Let me go to 660 here, and let's just see if we can get them. And let me see. They are, if I'm looking on my bearings, they are 295 degrees from me. So I'm gonna, there we go. Right there. Okay, I'm going to put that right around 290-ish on my rotor. Let's see if we can hear anything from 660 KTNN in window rock here. Is that one of the Mexicans, Mike? Either EEY or EDTL? I would imagine. This is what they're doing, Deportes. I guess it's going to be these guys here. You have the Ranchera, huh? I want to say XEEY is my dominant Mexican out of 660 here. Even more so than Progresso out of Cuba, which is opposite here. Let's swing back over to the Perseus Jaguar combo here on the Northwest Kaz wire and see if we have the same thing.
there. Cannot. Bonus gets it back to the comment zone. There's McIver. McIver lost it to Bonus. Toledo got to get on sides. Bonus, so we'll flip it in, but here's McIver. Back in the Toledo zone goes Martone after. Looking over to the right side. And pass comes forward. Here's Walsh. Zipping across the line. It's going to be flipped in. Looking right into the glove. And a whistle to face off. Coming up in the Comet zone. 17:06 to go here in the third. Still no score. Face off to the right. Hughes in the Comet zone. Randall Barrels will take the face off.
I'm assuming this is FAN, which I hope it is because I actually don't have them yet for Louisiana, if you can believe it. Yep. So the Ranchero was XEY, which tells me more than likely it was DTL that was running out of Mexico City, the top 40 kind of sounding stuff there.
We'll be able to stay in there.
Let me go back.
Tied up in a circle.
I'm going to go back to the Elad FDMS3. I think we got some KTN in there, boys. Hey, Rick. Welcome to the stream, my friend. If they were there, I think they've disappeared now. So let's okay, let's go ahead and go now. Let's swap over to our northeast wire because we haven't really done that yet on 1580 tonight. Let's go back to 1580 for a few minutes. We'll come back to 660 a bit later on. We'll even, I'll tell you what, since I'm recording on the Perseus, the whole band here, we can pop back and see if we get them towards the top of the hour. If that helps at all. Let's do 1580 on the northeast wire, though, and see what we see. Let's see. Pat Blakely on Facebook said 1090 WKTE out of King, North Carolina, Mount Airy, Winston-Salem, grooving to the oldies, daytime only 1,000 watt, but is on right now. Might be a shot for some folks. All right, let's go check it out, y'all. Let's see if we can hear it. I'm going to leave it on the northeast wire because that's pointing right at them. And 1090, here we go. Let's see if we can hear WKTE in Salem, North Carolina. It'll be a long time since I've heard them. Of course, I've got KAAY. Just, I wonder if I can phase them out, though. Yeah, we'll come back, Brian, on 660 again. Okay, so we've gotten rid of KAAY with our phaser. Right into a little bit of noise, which is always nice. Let me see if I can get rid of the noise on lower sideband. Sometimes that'll work. A little bit better. So yeah, Sal, this is KAAY.
Away South Willow, PO Box 2, Effingham, Illinois. Thank you for your support during these challenging times. United we fight, united we win. Live united. I come in the name of the one who's great. Nobody can run his name into the ground. 'Cause the rock that I've got is a mighty Savior.
So this is KAAY in Little Rock. I'm going to get rid of him with the phase. I'll tell you what I miss on this frequency, and I'm thinking about an antenna that I can use to fix this. I had a Peruvian here on this frequency that I absolutely loved listening to. Radio Vision in Tumbes, Peru. You can see here on the Jaguar display that little pin over on the left-hand side. That was where they were sitting. Their offset, their carrier frequency was usually sitting over there around 9760 offset. So 1089.976. Loved pulling them in. They were relatively easy, but they're kind of in a little dark area for me between my northeast and my northwest antennas. So I need to get me a nice good north-south antenna, which I'm working on a design for one right now. So and yes, Brian, they are a religious station, super duper big signal religious station. So that's what we had there going in. Let me go back in, and here they are. Let me actually just check one thing real quick. So that's KAAY there. Let me go over to the Elad FDMS3 and see what we have here. there they are again. But I can kind of null them out a little bit with rotating my loop. But doing so also puts me in kind of a noise situation. That kind of north-south area, roughly. I got some noise on my Kaz's, which I'm hoping will be better on this other antenna that I'm working on. So, Carl, to answer your question, I have a Langford Mizek phaser that someone built for me. And I also have an MFJ 1026 that I modded, which I actually have a video on the YouTube channel. It talks about how to do the modification to make it useful for AMDX. I'm about to put that one back into service because I'm going to be getting a second W6 LVP loop, and then I'll point those in the same direction. They'll be spaced up pretty far apart. So I'll point those in the same direction and use the phasing to give me a nice super directional antenna pattern on those as well. So let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hit back to 1580 for a bit with that northeast Kaz wire. We're going to check and see what we have there. We're going to also maybe do a little quick check again on 660 just in case we hear anything out of Window Rock for Brian. And we're going to announce at the top of the hour here our new frequency for the week. For week 8 of the Medium Wave Frequency Challenge. So don't go anywhere. More DX Central Live coming up right after this.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News Member Bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teak Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teakpublishing.com for more information. That's teakpublishing.com. From the pages of its DX Monitor Member Bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
Yeah, welcome back to DX Central Live. As we get ready for our second top of the hour period here. Appreciate you guys being here as always. We try to do this every Saturday night, 7:45 Central Time, 1:45 UTC. We're coming up here at 0300, which means we're going to be closing out week 7 of the Medium Wave Frequency Challenge, closing out 1580. So we're going to do a little bit more here on that for a second. And then at the top of the hour, we're going to switch over to our new frequency, which we'll be announcing here shortly for week 8. Don't forget to join us in the chat. We've been having a great conversation here in the chat. A lot of folks, it's kind of the second side of the stream, right? You have me up here talking and DXing and doing stuff, and there's also interaction going on here on the stream chat where you guys are interacting back and forth. Brian up in Minnesota just posed the question, what's the best AM radio? So, guys, gals, hit us in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. What's the best radio for AM DX? This is going to be a loaded question, right? Everyone's got their favorites. Everyone's got their opinions. We talk about it up on our website, dxcentralonline.com. We have a couple things. We have a best portable, best desktop, best SDR category we put up there for AM DX, which is just based on my experience of what I've DX'd with, right? I haven't DX'd with everything under the sun, but the ones that I have used, I have some opinions there, and I've used quite a few. So let us know in the chat your thoughts. What's the best AM radio, the best radio to use for AM DX? There's so many variables to that question. It's not an easy answer, but I can tell you my absolute all-time favorite radio, if it's from a portable standpoint, is the Sony ICF 2010. I have one up here in my cabinet up here. The Sony ICF 2010, absolute barnstormer of a radio for AM DX. That thing is just fantastic. And then there's also, desktop radios. I love the Drake R8. I grew up on that radio. I got my start using a Panasonic, the RF3100 and the BF300. Have the RF3100 out in my workshop right now. Need some work done on it. And then I have my my SDRs. Love my Perseus. Love the AirSpy HF Plus Discovery. Take it with me every time I go anywhere. I travel anywhere. My portable DX, all that kind of stuff goes with me everywhere. Also, I'm becoming a big fan. I love it for FM DX, but I'm becoming more of a fan of the Elad FDM S3 on AM DX. I haven't done a ton of AM DX on it. I love it for FM. That's why I bought it, was for FM DX, because it gives me the entire band. But I'm using it more and more on AM DX and really liking what I'm seeing. So those are some options that are out there. So everyone's got different opinions on those. You're going to hear everyone has a different theory on what makes it the best and why and things like that. But for my money, those are some of my favorites for different reasons. Now, whether I'm using the Perseus or the Elad or the RSP DX from SDR Play or the AirSpy SDRs, depends on what I'm doing, where I'm at, what I'm chasing, all that kind of stuff. So it just really depends. Those are some things. I also have a GE Super Radio 3 up here in the cabinet. I've got an XH Data D808 up here in the cabinet, which I love. That is a fantastic portable for AM and FM. Have a Sangean HDR 14. I'm probably going to look at adding an HDR 16 as well. So love those. And I know a lot of you folks really like to do the Texans as well, which I haven't done a lot of DX on the Texans, but they're on my list. I definitely have to try them out. All right, it is, we're almost 4 minutes into our normal period here for top of the hour. Let's go chase some IDs, shall we? Start here on the Perseus with the Jaguar Pro software, and let's go on 1580 on the Northeast Wire. Mike want to know if I hear BAL, WBAL on 1090. I have not yet. Not from Mandeville, no. Obviously, when I was in Charleston, they were pretty much in there every day, but not here. Bill always likes the top of the hour. Yeah, I love seeing the sirens in the chat. Okay. I think the bottom line for radios, for me, you need a radio that's sensitive enough to pick up weak signals, especially if you're looking to do anything outside of the United States, right? Sensitive enough to pick up weak signals, but selective enough to be able to reject anything off the side. So basically, you're selective enough to be able to reject, if you're on 1580, get rid of 1590, 1570 as much as possible. Once you find a radio that does those two things admirably well, the next thing is the antenna. Outdoor antennas are great, get you away from indoor noise and stuff like that. That's the end all be all is the antenna. Rick says Blackwell, Oklahoma, and Fort Smith, Van Buren, Arkansas are the usual dominants on the 1580 at night. Yep. Actually added Blackwell this week for the first time. Heard them for the first time this week with their Triple Play Sports Radio Network. But usually it's Cage, KGAF in Gainesville, Texas. Those are the other ones on the northwest, kind of northern side. And then when I'm on this antenna I'm on now, it's LIJ out of Tennessee. There you go, Rick. This is one of the last models, I think, that Jerry was working on, the 3. So he sent this one to me for review back when I was with Monitoring Times. I also reviewed I was going to do a review of a quantum phaser, but I had a hard time getting it to work because I didn't understand it at the time. I wish I knew more then. Also, if you can find one of these select antennas, I used one of these for years. Did a really, really great job. There's that ICF 2010, Brian. Sony. Love that radio. Favorite of all time. I'll tell you though, you can find them on eBay. These SRF 59 little Walkman style Sonys. Super sneaky good AM DXers. Yeah, Bill, those 59s are... I used to take mine down to the beach in Charleston. Super great. Hey, Mitch, welcome in, my friend. You have L.I.J.? How much do I wish I was hearing them? I used to, when I lived in New Orleans the first time back in the early 90s, I could hear when they were KCWW. I used to get them dominating in this frequency. And then now with their new, antenna pattern and collators, nothing. Be sure to get your, I'm going to share the link here in a second in the chat. Be sure to get your 1580 logs in here shortly, because I'm about to close it out. Put the form link in the chat. Get those logs in. And then the next, we're going to extend it about another 4 minutes. I wish I was hearing CKDO here, actually. I would love to have them. Not sure if anybody's got ears on them right now can tell me what song they're playing. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, Rob, if that might be them. It's been a lot of, that station's been doing a lot of country. Okay, so it's not CKDO then. I'm thinking that's Cage. Hell, it could be Tennessee. I'm pointing right at him, too. My beam, center of my beam width is 35 degrees or 30 degrees from me. I got nothing. One more minute to get your logs in for week 7. So check out the link in the chat. And then we're going to announce week 8 here in a bit. Hey, Blazer Bobcat, welcome. What you hearing in Albany tonight, or Albany? All right, that 104.5 is WIOL in Georgia, Columbus, Georgia. I just heard that 104.5 ID, but that's not the country station. All right, gonna go close out 1580. It's closed. No more logs for 1580. So let's switch out of top of the hour mode. All right, so we've closed out 1580, and we're going to start up a new frequency here in a moment. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to start up our new frequency for week 8 of the Medium Wave Frequency Challenge. Let me go back over here, make sure I got all my stuff queued up right, because that's always embarrassing when it's not. That one, I think we want to do that, and over here I'm going to do that, and over here I'm going to do that. Okay, so I got my stuff queued up. Good. All right, so we come back from a quick break. We're going to jump to our new frequency for week 8 of the Medium Wave Frequency Challenge, and this next hour here of DX will be brought to you by the IRCA.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
From the pages of its DX Monitor member bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teague Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teakpublishing.com for more information. That's teakpublishing.com. Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News Member Bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
I love it. I love seeing you guys in the chat over here talking about what frequency we're gonna do next. Makes me happy. Welcome back to DX Central Live. I'm your host, Lloyd Van Horn, here in the North Shore Studios in Mandeville, Louisiana. And we're doing some live AMDX here tonight. And getting some good stuff here so far. Nothing new in the logbook right now. But hey, that's, you gotta be there to get it. So this is half the battle. So we're about to launch our new week. We just closed out week 7 on 1580. That is now closed out. So I'll be working over the next day or so to tally up all the stuff. And I'll be posting the results to our website. That's dxcentralonline.com. dxcentralonline.com. You'll be posting the results on our blog there, and I'll be once that's done, I'll be hitting the email reflectors and the Facebook groups and Twitter and everything to kind of publicize that, as well as the announcement for this week with the link for the new week as well. So don't forget, check that out as we look to see who had the most. I can tell you who I think it's going to be. Well, I'm not going to tell you. I can tell you who I think it's going to be. But it's someone on this live stream right now, I think is going to end up having the most. I'll leave it at that. All right, so without any further ado, because I know you guys are kind of talking about it over here in the chat, make sure if you're watching that you're joining us in the chat so we can compare notes, what we're hearing, what we're seeing on the bands. For this week, we're going to go to another regional frequency. I'm kind of sticking with the regionals and the graveyards. I've thought about maybe diving into a clear channel frequency in here at some point. I mean, it's going to be pretty sparse as far as, it'll be our lowest totals of the season as far as number of logged stations, because, there's not a lot on these. It's not going to be 650 or anything like that, right? Where there's like, okay, if you're on this side of the country, you got that. If you're on this side of the country, you got that. Maybe some Latin Americans, and that's about it. I'm not going to probably do anything like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a 640. I know you got KFI on the West Coast. We've got Atlanta and a couple of other things over here, Fayette, North Carolina. We got Progresso out of Cuba, things like that. So I'm still kind of thinking about that. I'm still contemplating how would I do like a frequency where there's like a dominant that clears everything out. But that's down the line. But for tonight, I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff queued up here. For our new frequency for the week, for week 8 of the medium wave frequency challenge, though, we're going to go all the way down to 1460. Put the link up in the chat here for the new Google form, 1460. Now, this is one, I'm being totally unselfish on this one, guys. I've got Baton Rouge right up the road that's got this one on lockdown. So I'm not going to have a ton on 1460 probably, maybe a little bit here and there. But we'll see. Maybe I can phase them out or something like that, especially sunset, sunrise. It's going to be really tough with that one. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got here on 1460 for week 8 of the Medium Wave Frequency Challenge. Launching right now. Of course, this hour of DX is brought to you by the International Radio Club of America. Go to IRCA Online for more information about membership and how you can be a member of the IRCA today and get yourself a copy of the DX Monitor sent to your inbox on your email, and you can read about what other folks all over the country are hearing in the pages of the IRCA, just like you can in the NRC as well. But IRCAonline.org. So we're checking out 1460 first here on the Perseus with the CAS antennas. We've also got the Elad over here. Let's get the Elad tuned up to 1460 and get that ready to go as well. Right now, we're looking northeast. We have the link here in the chat for those who want to start submitting logs right away.
Country records from this weekend in 1995, and we're at number 17 now with Tracy Bird.
Got a country station here. Oh, Brian, man. See, that's always the danger on these things, is no matter what frequency I pick, somebody's going to say, I've got a local like right there next to me. I'll tell you what, I'll pick one here. I'll swim in those waters myself. I'll do one here soon where I've got a strong local as well. I hear a Spanish station in here. Again, we're looking, we've got it tuned northeast, but we do get some back splattered off that back end. Some from time to time, southwest in this case. Let me switch it over to northwest. I would love that if I could add KDMA. That would be, or KDWA. That'd be great. Sounds like I've got a station doing some sort of talk. I'm not sure if that's like talk or maybe religious. We've got a country station in there. We've got, it sounds like a Latin station in there as well, perhaps, or at least a station with Spanish content. If you have a antenna, like a loop antenna or something like that, Brian, try turning that sucker. You know, definitely turn your radio if not. If you're using like a portable, you might get deep enough of a null. I mean, I can null out stations from here in New Orleans area on my portables. Sometimes especially at night, and also sunset, sunrise. But a mile is kind of a hard thing to overcome. All right, Rob, I think this might be in your neck of the woods. Do you have that La Mejor? Looks like it might be Buford, Georgia. Let me know if that's what you're hearing, yeah. Uh-oh. Bill says 6 meters is open a bit right now in Michigan. Possibly some FMDX coming through. Nice. Let's look. See what we got. Because remember, we're not just AMDX here, we're also FM as well. So let's look here and see.
I think I told you my one and only story about gambling, didn't I? Cyrus spoke about the lottery.
I think that's Relevant Radio, which would be Jacksonville, Florida. All right, FM list isn't showing any logs in the last 30 minutes.
It's all about how many people have been sucked into gambling.
Even the last 2 hours. Let's look at the Tropo conditions here, see if we got anything going on that might explain it. A little bit up here on the Carolina coast. Some nice stuff right here in mid-Texas, probably right on that backside of that front. So no FM coming through right now. Let's look at that 6 meter opening and see what we got going on. Well, look at that. Yeah. That's pretty decent. That's really decent. Damn, I need to get my 6 meter beam up now. Daily Bench doesn't look like we're getting any conditions right now on FM. Looks like there's a little bit of a sporadic E opening up on 6 meters right now, amateur radio band, but nothing yet on the FM side either. I'm not seeing any Tropo logs, at least. There's some Tropo possible conditions in a couple spots. No E up to FM just yet, but we're going to keep an eye on it, though. And we'll be taking this one up to the top of the hour. Let's see what we can grab on 1460 if we're able to. I'm thinking that's gotta be Buford. Here, XEM in Buford, Georgia. I know that's not too far from you, Rob. If anyone's able to also pull the stream up if they have one, let me see if they do. La mejor. Yep, looks like they got a website. Do they have an in vivo? In vivo. Now, La Mejor is kind of a network thing, right? Isn't it? There's their web stream. That sure sounds like the same thing to me as what I'm hearing over here. And I'm on my northeast wire, which would bend. Sorry about that. I'm on the northeast wire, which would point me in the right direction towards them. So if I switch to northwest, nice, Mitch. Good one. That's one I definitely want to see if I can hear on the northwest wire, spend some time on. Those horns aren't coming in through on the mix? On the frequency there? Those usually cut through really well. And let's take a look over here on the Elad FDMS3, see what we're hearing over here. Pretty much east-west right now. Let's turn it due north. Let's see if we got a shot here at KDWA. I doubt it, but they're at 353 degrees for me here, so. We're due north now. Not hearing anything there, Brian, now. Mike, I think so. Let me... Yeah, only thing I've got from here, I've got KZNT out of Colorado Springs, and I got Baton Rouge. That's all I have from here on 1460. '73 Carl, best of the DX to you, and have a great night. Well, let's throw it that direction. That would be 280 degrees. Get most of that Lamahor. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have more live DX here on 1460. And then we'll wrap up with the top of the hour session here. And then we'll wrap it up for the evening. But stay tuned. We'll be right back with more 1460 DX on DX Central Live.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
From the pages of its DX Monitor member bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teague Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teaguepublishing.com for more information. That's teaguepublishing.com. Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News member bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
DX Central Live here on YouTube Saturday nights. As we make our way through season 2, we had a little bit of a brief break there for the holidays. We're back at it now. Hitting it hard this now starting week 8 of our medium wave frequency challenge as we look at now 1460 here on the AM band. So left up the Elad FDMS3. We also have our Perseus with the Jaguar software and the Kaz antennas running as well. So we're going to check that out and see what we can hear on 1460. We had a station identifying as La Mejor here on 1460 when I was on my northeast wire here, which I believe is Buford, Georgia. They're a La Mejor station. It fit their stream. I just want to hear something a little bit more out of it. I know Rob heard a little bit of them up in the upstate of South Carolina, which is not too far from Buford. So we'll see if we can match them in here as well. We're going to be taking this to the top of the hour so we can check out one of our top of the hour alerts and see if we have anything there for an ID at the top of the hour. But remember, this hour of live AMDX is brought to you by International Radio Club of America. IRCAonline.org is where you want to go for more information about becoming a member of the IRCA today. Let's go ahead and check out 1460 here on the Perseus, and let's go. We're at northeast wire time here. Use my vactrol to tune in the backside null. So I think that Spanish station there is the La Mejor, which I believe, I'm not positive, I believe it is Buford, Georgia. And if this is Buford, that's a new one for us. We don't have them in the logbook yet here from Louisiana. Let me see what I have, if I have them lifetime or not. Yep. Last heard them when I was living in Brasstown, North Carolina. Never heard them in Charleston. Didn't hear them in Greenville either. Oddly. But this is one of those frequencies I've never spent a lot of time on. Yeah, 193 watts. Nighttime from Buford. That should get out, but not like booming, non-stop booming, right? I feel like a lot of times when we think a station, oh, they must be running, unless they're daytime only, when it's obvious. But for one of those that's supposed to just power down at night, a lot of times there's a temptation to think, oh, they're only 200 watts. They've got to be running daytime power. Not necessarily. 200 watts will get out much better than you think at night, especially this time of the year. Pointing northeast right now. Using my vactrol here to try to tune in the best null on that backside. Let's do that here. Let's go back to our Elad FDM S3, and I'm going to point it east-west here and see if we can hear any of XEYC there in Mexico. We are in top of the hour time. Here we go. I love it, Bill. I love it.
You will be saved, you and your house. As the man says in the verse before, what must I do to be saved? And they tell him. So then the very next thing we know is he takes them home. Now this is late at night or early in the morning. So we're talking, this earthquake took place at midnight. They are getting out, and then they stop, and then they converse with this jailer. And so who knows how much time went by? Was it an hour? Was it half an hour? We don't know. But let's say it was an hour. So 1 in the morning, this jailer takes Paul and Silas to his house. And we're told in verse 33 that this man was baptized, and all the members of his family were baptized.
Is that them?
This close to being 100% certain that they were not baptized by a virgin, because first of all, he was poor. He was one of the very lowest rungs of the social body. Even his today, the way we say they would want to make sure that they did it.
religious station is either Jacksonville or Baton Rouge, more than likely.
The verse doesn't say that, but I think the context strongly pointed people in that direction. So to get back to the issue, whether it's a version or a form, both are valid.
I'm pointing right at XEYC. On the loop, at least. That's a good question. Who that might be with that music. Let's look at some candidates. Could be La Mejor. I'm not sure what they're running right now, Rob, if you're hearing that from them right now. Kind of a high-pitched female sounding Spanish song. La Raza in Indiana. We got quite a few here, actually. So, yeah, we'll have to see if we can figure this one out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Rick. It's probably Jacksonville. Let's swing back over to the Kaz Jaguar combo here and see what we're getting. If we are. We're on the Northeast Kaz. Jacksonville, Florida is a religious station. I think it's Relevant Radio, isn't it? Yeah, Relevant Radio. So pretty likely that's who I'm hearing because I'm on the exact same latitude line as them. That usually translates well because you're minimizing your distance between you and the station when you're on the exact same latitude or longitude line. So it makes it a little bit more likely that you're going to hear that station. I mean, I've heard a station up in, I want to say it was Wisconsin, that was on the same longitude line as I am. Because, again, you're shortening that distance. Anytime you stretch out past that, either direction, you're really increasing your distance from that station. Is that, Rob, is that the guy talking? Is that QOP? Kind of the deep voice guy kind of just talking, doing a Bible study? Right there. Another La Mejor ID. Yeah, my info here from the Turtle database, which is basically the same thing as medium wave list, is showing Relevant Radio for
After
Jacksonville.
that, you can say, you know what, that was a bad idea. We're not going to do that. And the traditional mass is going to come back full force, and everybody's allowed to celebrate it or go to it.
So there's one for the challenge for us.
So just because this Monkey Pro drill is in place now, doesn't mean it will be in place.
They were a daytime dominant for me when I was in Charleston.
Just as Pope Francis reversed course and left out. So that's part of the story.
There's a lot of those Jacksonville stations were right up the bend, or down the bend, I guess.
Thanks, Ralph. God bless you. Hour 3 is about to start right after this, so please don't go anywhere. And if you want to call me, you have a line, just look it up. 888-914-9149.
Bringing Christ to the world through the media.
WPLD Jacksonville.
Relevant Radio.
1460 AM. Francis is placing the new year in protection of Mary. Thursday, both as Catholics place their lives under the protection of Mary, the Mother of God. Speaking from St. Louis.
Nice idea.
That a mother's age, chance, and rebirth can grow. The energy of mother, given you look at the world not to exploit it, so that it can have life. The Pope as well as Catholics to be this first month of the year to pray for religious Christianity.
Five kilowatt. Yeah, I'd say. Just do a little log entry here. Yep, that's them. La Mejor in Buford, Georgia, WXEM. That's two new ones for us.
This presentation has been previously broadcast.
93 watts.
Compelling insights, unpredictable conversations, encouragement for your day. It's the Patrick McGinn Show on Relevant Radio.
Alright, so you've got that going. Do we have Buford? Oh, we did, yeah, we did. So I have to go back to that one.
smoking, diabetes, obesity, physical inactivity, due to all of this kind of physical heart disease. The doctor also probably asks you if you've got any.
Nice one, Bill. Just getting caught up on the chat here.
Studied about 1,000 patients known to have underlying and stable heart disease to see how their bodies react to physical and mental stress. The participants underwent standardized
Let's
physical and
check
mental stress
Northwest. If I'm gonna hear Baton Rouge right now, it's gonna be on this wire. Let's see if that's that Black Gospel station you're hearing. Yeah, I'm not getting them. And normally I can hear Baton Rouge here at night pretty well, especially on the northwest side. I honestly, Daily Bench, I really don't know what station that was with that music. We thought it might be Mexico, but it wasn't a match for what Mike down in Mexico was hearing. So not a clue who that was. Possibly La Mejor in Buford, Georgia, but I don't know if that was the same station or not.
More oxygen and more blood, and that's what this medicine did for her. And she began to improve.
That's one of those that kind of just pops in there, and you never know if it's going to be sticking around. Let's do one more peek over here on the Elad FDMS3. See if we have one more shot over here in Mexico.
I mean, I don't know who said, hey, let's try this, but I'm sure glad they did. I think it's phenomenal, but I have to do it. I'm not going to fair enough. I'm going to go with that.
That's La Mejor Atlanta right there. Buford, Georgia, Atlanta. So yeah, it looks like we're still getting them on the east-west side. So I'm not hearing Mexico on my loop when I have it pointed right at them. And I'm not hearing on either the the northwest wire. I may try swinging it to my southwest orientation of our CAS antenna and see if maybe we can pick them up that way at some point this week. But we'll see. All right. So that's going to do it for tonight, my friends. We've before we go, we did log 2 new stations just right now, and I saw Bill, you picked one up as well. So, all right, yeah. Anytime we can add a log, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so successful evening overall. We closed out 1580. When we get to the analysis on the data from that one for our results article, be sure to check out our website, dxcentralonline.com. We'll be posting all of those there. So Mike, I'm sorry, Bill got one up in, was it Ohio or Michigan? WBNS, I'm sorry, it was in Ohio. WBNS, he heard a let's pause for 10 seconds for station ID. So a good one there. And then I got WXCM in Beaufort, Georgia, and WQOP in Jacksonville, Florida. Had not logged either of those stations here in Louisiana yet, so added those 2, which was awesome. So yeah, be sure to go check out dxcentralonline.com. I'll be posting here on Twitter, twitter.com/dxcentral, whenever I have the article ready with the results and the announcement for this week. I've already posted the link for the Google form up on Twitter as well as in the Facebook groups. So if you have 1460 logs you want to submit, I'll be doing those here in a little bit myself. You can use that Google Forms link. I'll also post it right now in the chat. There it goes. So you guys have it in the chat as well. And as always, make sure that you subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when new videos are available. I've got a huge backlog. I didn't realize how bad it was. I've got a huge backlog of AirCheck IDs to be uploading from here in Mandeville. So that's, I usually do them like all at once and do like 100 in a day or something. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to sit there and have it just pinging you nonstop. So I'll probably do like, 4 or 5 a day for the next several days or something. I don't know. We'll see. But that'll do it for tonight, my friends. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who joined in. Thank you to the National Radio Club and the IRCA, International Radio Club of America, also for your support of DX Central Live. Thank you for those who joined us last night on our DX Test Special Edition for KJJR. Hopefully you guys were able to hear that. I just really appreciate you guys being here. We're going to be back next Saturday, 1945 Central. 145 UTC as we get ready to close out week 8. But first, go forth, my friends. Have fun on 1460. Hope you fill up your logbook with lots of great DX. Take care, 73, and best of DX from all of us right here at DX Central. Good night.
This is DX Central Live.